Part 2. And I was starting to become a little fearful, but more so I was irritated, and I asked why I needed to move on his demand, to which he responded that the area was cordoned off, and after some back and forth he said, well, I'm going to tell a manager, so he ready for that. I said, what it that gonna do besides get you in trouble? And he became furious and stormed away. Because it was late at night, there weren't many employees and the manager tended to stand right up front. This was pre-COVID, I should add, so during the wee hours, so presumably that was why he and the manager were back outside so quickly, just as I was getting to my car. I didn't pay the guy much mind and I wasn't concerned about the manager until I overheard her say to him, no, not at all, just a customer, and I reconciled what had transpired and what he was thinking, and I yelled out, dude, you thought I worked here, that's why you yelled at me for no reason. And you could kind of tell by the lady's expression that she wasn't surprised he had done this, and I'm guessing was used to this type of treatment from a contracted construction foreman with no authority except to his own crew, but thought he was obliged to be condescending and authoritative to those from which he's contracted, and for no reason besides his own tiny appendage. So she didn't mind when looked down at my attire and back up at him and laughingly said, what a moron, before getting into our car and driving away. He just stood there while being somewhat reprimanded by the manager for being aggressive with a customer for no reason. I didn't really hear what was being said, but my wife could from the passenger side as her window was down while driving past and away. And we laughed about and how he mistook my flannel skater-style vest with sleeves cut off and hood which was plaid and not even the same color as the bright blue and yellow Walmart vests for most of the ride home. I know this wasn't very well written, but I hope others found it amusing, at least, and thanks for reading. Follow for more stories like this.